I don't know what his regular rating is. Probably like 18 something. But okay. I won all my games in this quick tournament. This is another IHOP tournament. And, you know, he plays c6. And I'm, like, once again tempted to just play like this because it's easy and I know it better. But I'm trying to branch out. So I played d4. And I play advanced. And then he plays this move. I know this move a lot better because it's more popular and it's a better move. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just kind of use opening principles. But I know this is like recommended in some books, so recently. Okay, so I play knight f3. Last time I had this, I took here, which is also fine, but I corrected. I played knight f3, which was a better move. And then he takes, but now I'm out of theory, and I don't really know. So I take with the knight, seems logical. And so, yeah, what I should do here is this. And my plan is to play b3, c4, bishop b2, knight d2 to f3, and attack the center, sort of. Which makes sense. This bishop is very bad, and it can't even go here because of this. But I didn't know that. I just was like, okay, I'll pin. Can't be that bad to pin a knight. And he plays bishop d7. And it's like, okay, so I assume this is like everything he did was fine because, I don't know, seems fine. And yeah, I decided to play e6. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do or not, but I couldn't find a reason why I shouldn't do this. Especially in quick chess against a lower rated player, I just felt like he wouldn't know how to defend. So, okay, I play e6. Then I just castle. Why did I make an arrow to this? I don't know. But yeah, what he should, I guess he should just develop a knight or something. But he like immediately made a bad move. So that's why e6 was a very good decision. Because it just makes it a weird position that he won't know how to defend. And this just hangs a pawn, actually. It just tactically fails. So I take knight, and I play queen h5, check. Thanks for the raid, David. Rick and Morty boy. Okay, so I just went a pawn. So this is, e5 was a mistake. So, I mean, if this is the position I get from e6, I can't see how it could possibly be bad. So I have a subtle threat of queen takes f6, he defends the subtle threat, and I play bishop g5. I have idea of knight d2 to b3 to c5. You know, I could play c4 at some point, put rooks in the center. I have this tactical idea if he castles. But then he plays king f7, which is not good. So I can play knight c6 here, and I knew that. But I like my move better. This move is, you know, it's still a threat, but I'm also developing a piece, and how is he supposed to defend the threat? Like if he plays something like rook c8, then I'll probably just play knight e6. And this is terrible. I can take here and take here. If he takes, then this is looking very, very bad. King f8, and then probably have a few good moves. Rook d1 looks good. Maybe knight a4 again to just bring the knight in. He just has so many weaknesses to attack, so this would be good. But of course, if he hangs this idea once, he's probably going to hang it twice. So now I take, but this time I have a knight looking at this pawn now. So he takes, and I go to e6, and he plays queen b6. So I'm up a pawn, right? I'm up a pawn, and his pawn structure is quite bad. His king is weak, and, you know, my pieces are more active for the moment. I made sort of a mistake here. So I took on f6. I guess it's not a mistake. I should just play this move. Queen takes b6, a takes. And the reason I didn't want to do this, I found it a little annoying that, I guess I'm not sure what I play here. Rook d1. Yeah, this is fine, and then, you know, his pawns will be picked off quickly. But, yeah, I took here, and I I kind of underestimated this move. He didn't play this move, but now he has a lot of stuff to attack. This was just kind of a nonsense decision. I just wanted to trade pieces, and I was like, okay, I take a pawn, but and if he plays this, then I have this move. But this endgame is not. It might not be super easy. He took with the e pawn, which is a mistake. I think it doesn't say it is, but I think it's quite a bad move. So I think I have queen d7 here. That's the problem with this. It's quick chess, so I didn't really have time to look at all these possibilities. But queen d7 is probably what I should play here. I just traded, and I went into this endgame. But what I underestimated his counterplay here. After, well, I played this, but the problem with king d7 is I can just play rook d1. And you can't defend this pawn. When I take here immediately, I'm allowing a lot of counterplay, and rook e7 doesn't really do anything because, okay, for one, I'm threatening a back rank checkmate, and two, if I take here and there weren't a back rank, but there is, then he takes a knight. His king's more active, and he's gonna take my pawns, so that doesn't work. What I missed was after knight b6 check and knight a4, just defending a pawn, f5 is very, very strong. And my f-pawn is not, it's extremely hard to defend. This is gonna equalize for black now. Because even after the move I play, rook d1, he can still play bishop d4 because if it takes rook c1 is checkmate. So I have to play rook f1 or something stupid and be very passive and just sort of accept a draw, because I can't defend these pawns and I can't make any progress. The knight is just completely stupid compared to the bishop. Thanks for the 22 months, Platinum Blonde. Actual 22 months. Yeah, he's 2 pawns up, but my rook has to stay passive and my knight is on the edge of the board, so it has half of the possible moves it normally would, and it has a job of just babysitting a pawn, and this is just very difficult. Ooh, thanks for the gift sub, Chilato, to Ryan Wall. So this would have been a draw, but he didn't see bishop d4, he just took pawn, and now this is a winning endgame for me, because this is enough to win. Believe it or not. It's a outside pass pawn, so. Okay, and I just, yeah, I played till, I haven't lost my advantage at all, by the way. It says question marks, but it's just, I'm just not playing super accurate chess. I have under 5 minutes here. And then, yeah, I stopped keeping score here. I was confused because I thought the time control is game 24 with a 5-second delay, and that's what I had been setting my clock for previously, but apparently it's a 5-second increment. So at first, and he set the clock this time, so at first I was looking at the clock and I noticed when it was his turn, there was no delay, his time just started ticking down. I was like, oh shit, that sucks, he doesn't have an increment. And it was like ticking down to like 12 seconds, 11 seconds. And then we played a few moves and he had 20 seconds, and I was very confused. But it turned out there was an increment. But, okay. I won this endgame. I don't know what this is, you know what, this is, just believe me, I won.